Welcome to this Sunday evening outfit planning directly from my apartment in Copenhagen. Hello, Mireen. Hello, Annika. Oh, lovely to see you guys. Um, Let me just clean my glasses. That's the last thing I forgot about. Um, but how are you guys? How have you celebrated uh, the love weekend? I don't know. Silly thing to say, probably, but yeah, the whole Valentine's Day. I don't know where you're joining from, but here in Copenhagen, in Denmark, in Europe in general, I think it's still sort of a new thing. But I actually got to celebrate it a little bit. Yeah. Well, actually, we even had a pre-Valentine's happening. Hubby and I. I've actually just written about it in a post that's coming out tomorrow. Yeah, so it's been really, really nice and enjoyable. How about yourself? Was it a good one? But it's not what we are here to talk about. So I would like to hello, Arna. So what I would like to do is to take you through the outfits that I've planned for the following week. And again, my process is that as soon as I have, just a quiet moment. It can happen actually as early as on Friday, sometimes even during the week, if I really need to um come down and just really forget about everything around me, whatever is troubling me. But mostly I would say the busyness, the busyness of life. And then if I want to really feel grounded and get into a sort of a meditative state, I open my closet. So sometimes the creative process can actually start as early as, just during the week. I love doing it on Fridays, and otherwise, if I'm just too busy with other things, then definitely on Saturday. And well, then, I'm back to Sunday outfit planning lives, which I really, really enjoy because it also it's actually sort of a test for me, actually. When I sort of show you the outfits, it's sort of before I actually wear the clothes and wear them in my life during my day. That's in a way the first test, whether it's gonna work or not. So let's have a look. And the first one is actually something that um I think actually it was the entire outfit that I already showed you last week, but I didn't get to wear it because again, what happens is that, during the week I sometimes continue creating outfits, and sometimes a new outfit is more fun, to wear than the actual one that I planned. But what what this outfit is about is really about trying to wear this pre-loved TB top that is a summer thing, and you can wear it just as it is right now, or tie these two ends. I don't know how I will wear it exactly. I'll see about it tomorrow. But it will be layered underneath this high neck cashmere top. Um, and I've written about it before. I really avoid cotton or silk just next to my skin during winter. But because this cashmere top is really, generous and cozy and warm, I hope it's going to be enough. Also, there is no cotton. There's going to be no cotton on the sleeves, or on my arms. So I hope I'm not going to freeze. And then at the bottom, it's this navy pleated skirt for also a pre-loved piece from TB. Um, and I think I'm going to wear I don't have them here, but I think I'm going to wear my brown long boots, suede boots. So it's going to be sort of like a darker bottom and brighter top. What so the biggest question is, I mean, I love the proportions. I love, the fun part that is, sticking out um from underneath the um the turtleneck. What I'm worried about is that maybe the skirt is too dark with those brighter things. Yeah, but I'll see about it tomorrow. If it is too dark, what options do I have? What could I wear instead? I could wear these TB pants. So it's going to be more tone in tone. This could work. Or if I'm open to a little bit darker color, not these ones, but these ones, it would be these in brown. But I mean, this brown is sort of, equally dark as the navy of the skirt. So, yeah, it has to work. It has to work. No, it really doesn't have to work, but I hope it will work. So no, I don't punish myself, for sort of planning the wrong outfit. That's not how this works. But that's also why I like having more, more than just five. And again, typically I plan, just for the work days. Hello, Chris. Whoever else joined just now. So the next one, probably Tuesday, which is when. So on Mondays, I'm in one office here in Copenhagen, and our company has another office just outside of Copenhagen, and I'm there on Tuesdays. And yeah, I mean it's a nice office. So I can just be myself, meaning wearing a blazer and being a little bit dressed up, or looking more put together, I would say, while everybody else is maybe much more casual. But what I've planned on wearing are these very, very old um, joggers from TB. So they are wide leg joggers. They don't make them anymore. Actually, I think they've replaced them with the Winslows, which I have as well. And actually, I've planned them for this week as well. And then on top is, so I don't wear it enough during winter time. This is the uh, TB Liam blazer vest, which I really like during summer. I've gotten to like vests because well, like 2 years ago, I didn't even own a single one, but I've gotten to like them. But I don't wear it, at all during winter because of, the missing sleeves. Um, but I'm thinking that maybe if I were, cashmere, it's gonna work. Let's see, because typically, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but when I freeze, it's typically, in the middle, like, I mean, at the mainly at the top or my feet. So it's my feet or up here and my neck. But I rarely freeze, like on my arms. So I hope this is gonna work. Yeah, and basically the cashmere top, you see, maybe from a distance it looks black, but it's actually dark brown. Then the vest is black, and the jogger is navy. So it's gonna be three dark colors, dark nuances. And then I was thinking about adding this shoe. So really a pointy, slim boot from Aida, just for the contrast. I think this is gonna be really, really nice. But let's see. I mean, in this one, I would say if I'm worried about anything, it would be, the warmth, whether I will be warm enough, because these are actually also quite cold on the skin. But the office where I'm working from on Tuesdays is actually very warm, like really, really, maybe a little bit too much, exaggeratedly warm. Then we are at Wednesday, and on Wednesdays I'm typically working from home now, pretty much always from home, which allows me to be put together, but then yet again casual. So I was thinking about, oh, that's actually another Winslow pant. Well, it's gonna be TB Jogger week, apparently. Nothing that I had, planned intentionally, but this is what is going to happen. So it's the denim like, I call it like denim like jogger material, so it's super stretchy and super comfy. And even though it's quite thin, it's actually warm enough. Um, and then a wide long sleeve top and my very, very old cashmere cardigan from Max Mara, which I really, really like. Yeah. So these three, and then probably a cool necklace. This one, but no, this one will not work. But I have so many others. So maybe something silver, maybe even my amber necklace could work with this. And then about the shoes, I would typically, and yes, I wear shoes at home when working from home. So if I really feel for it, I could actually use my very old Chloe boots, which are still really, really lovely, and they are so comfy. Or um, these snake sneakers from Dries. Hmm? So I have a little bit of options here. So this was Wednesday. And no, typically I don't plan for specific days when I do the outfit planning. I mean, except of course for the outfit that is when I work from home. Even though I don't always plan for this outfit to be super casual. I actually don't. Okay, next outfit starts with these navy corduroy pants. They are like maybe 3 years old and from Massimo Dutti. I actually wore them today, so I will have to clean them a little bit because they are really, I mean, they're catching absolutely everything. I don't know whether you can tell, but like absolutely everything, from um, my surroundings. And then I would pair the pants with this pre-loved, I think actually it's cashmere or is it wool? But this orange jumper. I have to get closer to. Now it's wool, 60% wool, 40% polyamide. Yeah, but it feels super warm and it's super like thin, but and yet warm and stretchy, comfy, really cool. Um, yeah. So I would like to pair it with this brown blazer from Samsø, this Danish brand, Samsø, and then the navy pants. I absolutely love the colors together. Just look at it. Super yummy. And I have, with so like a year ago, maybe a year and a half, I didn't have anything like this in my closet. But then I'm part of well, maybe you don't know, but I am part of the TB fans group. And TB fans it has always been possible, to buy and sell your TB pieces through the group. Now there is a platform called Clio Wave. And when I saw this jumper on Clio Wave, I was like, you know what? This is the time to actually try it out. It wasn't that expensive. I even think it was actually being sold from Europe, which always helps because otherwise, having something shipped from the US is always a hassle. Many people do not want to ship TB pieces from the US to Europe. And then there's, I just recently received a package and had to, still pay duties, customs, VAT, and whatnot. So this one I believe was actually being sold from Europe, which if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm going to sell it. But I've been actually using it quite a lot. Actually, especially during my recent trip to New Zealand, it was this perfect piece. Well, obviously for warmth, but also for interest, for layering, a little bit of like, pick me up color. It was so good. So, yeah. So I hope this is going to work for Thursday. And on Thursday, I'm again back in the first office, my Copenhagen office. So now we are down to the fifth outfit. And as I mentioned, and again, a jogger from TB. This one I'm probably most worried about in terms of warmth, because it is. Well, actually, what is it? Just so that you know, I think they call it sporty nylon. So, well, obviously, nylon is not warm, or at least it's not made to be warm. 50% polyamide and 50%. Oh, okay, cotton. That is actually a little bit surprising, if I'm reading it correctly. Sorry, 30% cotton and then 20% elastin. Yeah, because they are very stretchy as well. And if you don't own a pair, I would definitely recommend to size down if you're considering, and definitely I would say even 2 sizes down. And this is a pre-loved piece. So a Winslow jogger in this beautiful brown burgundish color. Mm, and I want to pair them with another pre-loved TB piece. So I buy TB mostly pre-loved when possible. But I mean, I've also had my share of um, less fortunate buys. So, and it's mainly, about sizing. So I'm also trying to, be careful. Yeah, but it's this blazer. This one I bought actually via Vestiaire Collectif. It was so tight. So it's just also the cut that was wrong. It was so tight around, um, like armpit and my arms. I have quite muscular arms, so what I did actually is that I removed the lining from the sleeve itself. It's a little bit difficult to see because the um sort of the what do you call it? Like the inner side of the material is actually white, and the lining is also on the white side. So you don't actually see it that much. And I just kept it, in the middle of the blazer. And that helped a lot. So, but otherwise, it is my size. It's just the sleeves. Anyhow, it is this beautiful. Hmm, I would say it's gray, taupish color, and I thought about pairing it with this navy V-neck top, which is probably the last V-neck jumper that I own. But I still like it. The point is that I like the form. I really like what it sort of does, even though, many of us are maybe now transitioning more and more to crew neck. But I actually like this. I like the skin actually. The concept of skin that this provides. And mm, but the only concern that I have is warmth or lack of it around my neck. So I'm really conscious and sensitive around my neck. And probably maybe I have it actually here, just a second. Mhm. So I may want to, probably this one will be better. So I may want to add this scarf just around the neck. Uh, yeah. Yeah, this will actually be good. And then the pants. But I really like the colors again. So we have, let's remove the scarf a little bit from the picture. You see the colors. I think they are so yummy. So yeah, so there's a lot of color this week, which I like, because really, I mean, except for today, it's been just so gloomy, and yeah, I mean, you probably know it too, but it's like, you leave for work in the morning and it's dark, come home, it's dark. And, depending on how busy you are during the day, maybe you don't even notice, how the weather is like. And only today it's been really sunny. And yeah, my husband and I, we went for a walk, and it was just so, so much needed. Like it felt like I hadn't seen the sun for, I don't know, a year. So adding a little bit of color, helps with, the gloominess. I don't know whether you have it the same way, but it really works for me. And just the idea of really, again, I use the word intentional, even though I think it's a little bit too generic, and overused. But it feels like, I've mm, I've actually, consciously, I've made a conscious choice to put these colors together, and I made a conscious choice about the fact that they will actually, bring me joy, and in a way, have a and like work as the sun works on me. And typically, the way the sun works on me is, that it brings me joy. So yeah, that in that way, it helps that I do it consciously. Yeah. So these were the 5 outfits that I plan on wearing this week. Again, things may happen. I may, uh, well, first of all, I may, put on the first outfit tomorrow morning and think that it just sucks. Which it doesn't happen too often, but sometimes once in a while, it does happen. Or maybe later during the week, I feel like I need a moment for myself. I need a Zen moment, and start creating more outfits that I find more fun to wear for the rest of the week than the ones I had already planned. But that's the beauty of it. I think that's the joy of a closet that works, or most of the things just work with each other. And yeah, and then you can really mix and match. So here's to a good week of good outfits. I hope you're gonna have an enjoyable week ahead of you. And well, thanks for joining. Thanks so much. Have a lovely rest of the day. Bye bye.